Well, hello. It is time for the best show on the internet, the eSeniors GT3 Racing Circuit. My name is Mike Molesky, and we are coming to you today from Spa. Season 10, race number 2 in the Porsche Cup Series. Yeah. Welcome everyone listening on the internet. I don't see anybody right now on the stream, but that's okay. Somebody will watch it sooner or later. Welcome to simulation racing. And as we know, simulation racing is a sport, is an e-sport. So that makes us athletes, guys. 50 years and over people and racers. And let me just put something up here. If you're coming to you from us for one of the first times, I put it on some other spot here. You can reach us at eSeniors GT3 worldchampionships.com. Go to that site. Next week I'll have a little graphic about that, and you will find our website. You can join us there. So, Spa today, we're just about ready to get going. As you can see, no, you can't see. As you can see there, I have got my camera working this week. There we go. And that is my beautiful little face, wearing my Canadian hat, my Canada hat. It's probably backwards on the screen there, but we'll try and bring different hats every week. So, Spa-Francorchamps from Belgium. One of the favorite tracks, a classic track, a lot of fun to drive this week for everyone. You should tune in tomorrow for the GT3 race. Who have we got watching today? Somebody just joined, so tell me how the volumes are. And we'll be going to the track very, very shortly. We have got a grand total of 6 racers today. Last week we only had 4, so the standings are fairly simple. Mr. Murray Brian Murray from Northern Ireland is in first place. Derek Bird is in second place with 60 points, 66 for Murray, 60 for Derek. Not Derek, but yeah, Mr. Derek Bird, sorry. Third place went to Sylvain Dessard last week with 55 points, and who's in third place? Third place was Thomas Rainier in fourth place. Sorry, with 51 points. So that is our standings. Only one race, so don't worry about too much the standings. Last week we had a pretty good race in terms of excitement, so let's hope we do that again. Otherwise, you're going to have to listen to me stretch my talk. Might even have to read a few things off the internet about Spa or something to fill in the void, but let's not worry about that too much. Well, let's go on to the track because the guys are starting their warm-up. Here we go. Who are we with? Who is out there first? Number 701. That is, as usual, Mr. Derek Bird. He is our resident Porsche expert. He was on the track a lot this week. We were doing some noon my time, the regular daily races. Everybody else was in a GT car, and Mr. Bird was in a Porsche Cup car, getting some great times. So he is about almost around. I can actually show you a track map. Let me show you the track map here for something fun. Where is that? I saw that earlier. There it is. Oh, I know how to do it. Where do I do it? Where do I do that? There it is. There's the track map. So it's 701. He is approaching the just approaching the last few corners there. Blanchiment. Let's get rid of that. Put back on blank. So he's going to be putting up his first lap. Let's make sure I've got the timing tower set up right. Yes. Should be getting his time in there. So there he goes. He's on a hot lap. He is on a hot lap. Right behind him is 727. That is Mr. Dessard. Let's just go through. There's Sylvain right behind him. Coming through. I'm going to get a better. This is the better camera angle. Terry, how volumes are good. Thank you, Terry. All right. What have I got volume-wise? That looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a little bit more oomph there. Yes, so good old Spa. We've all raced it. We have it every season. It's just a classic. Those of us who were in the endurance race during the off-season got a lot of practice on it, so we might have a tiny bit of an advantage. There was lots of guys in that endurance race, so we originally had it as the first track, but we decided to put that on the make it the second race so that we didn't get bored. But we have to have Spa every year. Season 10 is going to be short because we're going to finish it just before Christmas. Only 5 races. It escapes me right now which race we are going to have next. Maybe Terry can remind me. Oh man, maybe not. I've got Discord up here. Maybe I'll put that up since we got nothing too much going on. Where is that? Season 10. Oh, it's in the Discord somewhere. Never can find anything in Discord when you want it, can you? Should be up higher in the first view. I'll just look at weekly track conditions there. I can't find it in that one. Oh, don't worry about it. I won't worry about it. Oh, there it is. Season 10. Next race is Silverstone. That's another classic track. And Imola and Nürburgring. So yeah, lots of classic tracks today. Or this season. Here he comes, setting the first lap, Mr. Bird. And there it is. Why did it not show? Did he not get a good lap in? Didn't quite show that on the timing tower. I saw that it was a 2:21.9 on my software here. Yes, I guess Bird didn't get a valid lap because Sylvain is in pole at this point with a 2:22. Let's see how Mr. Bird's, Murray just beat that one with 2:22.44. See how Laszlo's coming up here. Where is he coming? He's in the last chicane. He's the next guy to finish. See what kind of time he gets. Coming over to start finish line soon. Did he get a time? Oh, I don't think he got a time. These guys are not getting invalid times. So yeah, we'll go back to Derek, who did not get a valid time just yet. Pushed it a little too hard on that first track, first lap. So yeah, good old Spa. You know, just luckily it's a long lap because you only have to do Radio and Eau Rouge a few times. The times are usually in the 2-minute plus range. I think the track record is 2:15. Maybe I was just looking at some website there for setups. I thought I saw 2:15, but we'll probably be getting into the 2:17s tomorrow, I would imagine. 2:17, 2:18. Here comes Derek around Frère. And he is coming up to the big. This corner does not have a Blanchemont. This one? Just before that didn't have a name. So he's coming up to the chicane. Turn number 18 on Spa. Long track. I forgot didn't get my little stats going here today on Wikipedia. Here comes Mr. Bird. Let's see what he's got. There he goes. Pole. 2:21.7. Good job. So now everybody else has got some work to do. Where is Brian? Here comes the crowd. I think Sylvain is next. Here he comes. Boom. He comes into second. And then Murray is past. He had his lap in. So he's in second now. The other guys haven't got their some times in yet. Oh, that's interesting. 2:01. Who is that? That's Terry Howard. These guys are coming in. They should be putting up times this time. Don't have too much time to qualify. 2 minutes laps give you like maybe 4 tries at it with hot tires. So Howard did not get a valid time either. Oh, Thomas got one. There he goes. Mr. Burr's improving on his time. 6 minutes left in qualification, so probably 2 or 3 laps these guys are going to get. Let's go to Mr. Bird, see how he's doing. Yeah, so he's up 0.3 on his 2:21 time. Yeah, so a lot of people got a lot of practice, like I say, on Spa because of the endurance race. We got 4 people watching. Say hello, everybody. Tell everybody else who's online, who's on the chat, so you can start talking to each other. Oh, Derek's got a 0.5 up on his fastest lap already, so he is come to race. Like I said, he was racing all week. Later in the week, at least 2 or 3 days, I recognized him on the track with a Porsche Cup car instead of a GT3 car. So he's putting a lot of time and effort into Porsche Cup. And even though there's not that many guys racing in it, it is very, very, very competitive. And Mr. Bird is our resident expert. He is once. There he goes. Look, did he lose his lap? Looks like he lost his lap. Okay, well, let's go with Mr. Murray. He was up by 0.2. He's back up by 0.2. Or is he in his lap? He's coming around Blanchimont now. Not gaining too much. Well, 0.1 puts him pretty close. He's only down by 0.11. Let's see what he gets in the chicane. He gets a good exit. He'll get something. Oh yeah, he had 0.2 for a second. He might just make it here. We don't see the thousands. Yes, he does. Pole by 2/100ths of a second. Told you this Porsche Cup was competitive. There we go, Mr. Murray from Northern Ireland. We got the UK guys here just duking it out. Mr. Derek Bird from England, I believe. And Brian Murphy is from Northern Ireland. Racing under the same flag on our screen here if I put it up. But they're definitely there. Let's see, Sylvain Dessart is in the pits, making a change to his setup, possibly. Not that he has a lot of setup possibilities. He looks like the only other guy who is going to challenge for podium here. Thomas Rainier's also in the pits. Is he out? No, he's not. Terry Howard's out on track. He's improving just slightly from his time. So the other guys look like they have a 2-second gap here on the first 3. So hopefully we'll get some competition between these two groups of guys. A little bit different class of racing times. There, Mr. Shannon, how you doing? Glad to see you guys watching the stream live. I know we get about 20 or 30 to usually watch these Porsche Cup broadcasts, but it's nice to see 3 or 4 people live so we can have a bit of a chat. Mr. Bird had a time going. We'll stick with Howard here because he's got an improvement going. He could. He can hold on and just eke a little bit more out of that. Might get into 4th there and take over from Laszlo. Thomas is still in the pit. Hope he's not having some issues. All right, Bird's out there. Oh, Mr. Murray's. Mr. Murray's for a second there, I thought Murray just jumped into the podium. No, he is our podium leader right now. Bird is not improving, and Terry just lost a bunch of time. So let's just go on with Bird here. 2 minutes left in qualifying. So Bird's just going to go over the line. I don't know if he's going to get more than one more crack at this besides this one. He's not on a valid lap. Or is he in his lap? Well, he's halfway through. Yeah, so he'll get one more crack at this. So we'll stay with him. If Murray went off, he's got a yellow flag there. Maybe he's just going to go into pits because he's got, yeah, there he goes, into the pits. Maybe that's a personal best or something for Brian. Here he comes through speaker's corner. Pujon, turn number 10. He doesn't have a very good lap going here. So he's just biding his time so he gets to the start-finish line and take his last crack. Where is Sylvain in his lap here? Sylvain's just in his first third. He's got a bit of a 0.1 on his best lap. It's not going to get him anywhere. So let's just jump on with Bird. Looks like Brian Murray's given up. He's in the pits just watching here. Excuse me. So Derek is just getting himself mentally prepared for the last crack at podium here. He's on the front row, so that's helpful. But front row will get you, not get you the inside. Second place will get you the outside lane, going through up the hill. That's not going to be great. You want to be on the inside there. So here he goes. Let's just watch him in his final attempt for podium. He's got a good exit on La Source. Here he comes through Eau Rouge. Still maintaining that 0.1. That'll get a 0.2 now. Oh, here he comes. He's going to pull one out of a hat. I'm sure Brian's watching. Maybe even sitting in the pits watching him in his cockpit to see, plan his strategy for Derek. 0.3. Oh, yeah. Derek's going to pull it out. Hi, Brian Clarkson. Yeah, these guys are making qualification exciting anyway, right? Oh, he lost a little bit there. I hesitate to go into his cockpit there for see how hard he's working. 0.1. Anything will get him podium here. Oh, he lost a little bit there going through speaker's corner. Oh, he might not. He might not. He's got to do something in the last half of this lap. I'll show you where he is in his lap. There he is, just coming around Pujon. Down by 0.1. He's got to pull it out of a hat. He's trying hard. I know that. Sylvain's got a better lap going, but not enough to get second place, I don't think. Yes, sir. Derek's got to pull something out of the hat here. Oh, he went wide. I think that might have knocked him out. I don't know if he's got a valid lap. No, he doesn't. He gives up. He gives up. Why do I not have... Okay, that's it. Session has ended. All right, let's go back to another screen here, guys. We'll go back to looking at my wonderful face. There we go. So yeah, I was glad I got my camera working today because I am going to announce right now that I have my camera working. I am going to start doing interviews with people, and I want to get them on camera if possible. Remember, about a year or two ago, when we were all new, we had kind of a question answer interview where you submitted answers to a set of questions. But I'd like to get going here with some live interviews on a stream with everyone. I think what I'm going to do is pick people that have been around for a while, and then a new person that hasn't been interviewed yet. For we'll just talk about how you got into sim racing, a little bit about yourselves, where you work, where you did work, where you're living, what's it like to live there, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. I have a few set of standard questions, but just more of a conversation going. So get prepared for a Discord message from me inviting you to come on stream and get your cameras ready. I'd like to do it with a camera if we could. And I don't know what you guys think about that on the stream. I think that'd be a cool thing to do. yeah, just to get to know people a little bit better. All right, so we're getting going here. We're not quite ready for the grid walk. So. You see behind me there on my screen, I got a little picture of my car. If you can quite see it. Take a look here. See if you take a little peek. Where is that? There's my car. I usually make a nice picture of my car every time I change my livery. What else can we talk about? Nice weather here in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. My other compatriot from Canada that winters down here, I think, has gone home already. I think he's got some issues that he has to take care of back home. That is Ian. So hopefully he's watching. We're going to be watching tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a fun race. Spa with 40 cars. That is something else, isn't it? So we're going to have to watch that tomorrow. I'm looking forward to racing it. Just watch me get going here with... Not sure why I'm not getting... Oh, the session hasn't started yet. That's why I don't have anything going. Well, I should be getting something here. Why am I not getting anything on my screen? That's a little disconcerting. What? Oh, that's why. Oh, scared me for a second there. Okay, well, there we go. Guys are getting started, so I'm going to get that screen going. Now you can see my panic when I have that kind of an issue. All right, so let's go through a track walk here of our podium. Let me get this great screen up here. Starting in first place with a great run that Mr. Bird nobody could match was Mr. Brian Murray from, let's just put up nations here. There we go. It shows the UK flag, but it is Brian Murray from Northern Ireland today. And second place, just barely in second place, going to be competing pretty hard today, I'm sure, is number 701, Mr. Derek Bird. In third place, 727, is Sylvain Dessard. He had a very competitive time also. In fourth place, Laszlo Nemeth in 712, the car number 712. That's an interesting livery there, red and white livery with a tag logo on the back fender there. In fifth place, with the great, I love this livery, GT3 Seniors on there, Mr. Terry Howard in the 201 car. And last but not least is Thomas Rainier in the Martini Racing livery. All right, so this is a long warm-up lap. Let's take a look at what Helicam looks like. I haven't actually tried that yet. There we go. Yeah, so there we go. Let's look at the track map for 1 second. Got a long way to go here. I'll just leave that one up there for a bit. It's a little bit, you can't get rid of the tower for the ACC, so it's a little bit, what can I say, a little bit busy. So yeah, we should probably have, I know last week, even with 4 cars, we had lots of action. So I'm sure our top 3 guys are going to give us some exciting action, as well as the bottom 3 guys who are about 2 seconds behind in their qualifications, but all close together also. So even though we only have 6 drivers today, I know only 8 are registered. So I'm not sure who the other 2 are, but please join us. Not too many comments on the chat just yet. It's okay. Nothing to talk about really just yet. Coming around Stavlat, the name of that corner. This is Frère. So Belgium, this is Sylvain Dessart's home track. He is our racer from Belgium. Laszlo is from the Netherlands. I did not announce that, but there he goes. Laszlo is from the Netherlands. And Thomas Rainier is from Canada. I'm not quite sure where Thomas actually is in Canada. I should ask him one of these days. Does anybody on the chat know where he's from city-wise in Canada? But yeah, nice nation board there. What will I put up here for? I will put up position deltas for 1. And there I will put up gaps. There we go. So we're going to have position delta for a little bit. Let's get rid of that track map here because we're getting going. We're getting going. All right, so Brian Murray in the black car, Bird in the blue car, as you all know. Here we go. They're getting set up here. A little bit of the strategies from the start. Looks like Murray is slowing down. Bird's ahead of him. What is happening there? Oh, we got a ways to go yet. Oh, yeah, that start-finish line is further, is further up. The green light comes a little bit later than that start-finish line that shows on there. What they got for a start-finish line on there. Look at that. That's weird. Start-finish line way back there. Here we come. We're getting ready for the light to go out. Although here it's green lights, I guess. Here we go. Here we go. Right there. That little sign is the start-finish line. Go! Green light, green light. We are racing there. Murray has got the lead. He's got the inside track. Derek's not going to try anything on the first lap, but Sylvain took a little peek there. And look at that, those groups are already separating themselves. Let's make sure Laszlo, these guys at the back don't have any interactions. They're awfully close together. Oh, that disappeared for a bit. We got some side-by-side action there between Laszlo. And looks like Howard, oh, he was ahead, but he spun out. He just overcooked it. Everybody's still together down there. But look at this. Howard ended up in last place now, and Thomas took advantage of that. Up at the front, they are just sitting there second, excuse me, half a second apart. These guys are not going to risk anything in the first lap, I don't think. Here's our back peloton here. Hey, these guys were risking it. They wanted to get ahead of each other. So this is what's going to be through the race, I think. We're going to have 2 sets of 3 cars against each other. That was an interesting start. Just look at that. These tires are not warmed up yet. So I'm just going to zip back and forth between the 2 groups, just in case there's something exciting going on. Terry Howard is lost 1 space. That's the only difference in the 2 groupings. There we go. Coming through again. Let's see what's going on up at the front. These guys are going to stick in this position, I think, for a while. No use pushing really hard when you are just getting your tires up to speed. Pretty interesting start, though. It was a pretty good start. We had some action already. Let me see if... No, I can't get the highlights. There's a little setting that I may be able to go back to different events. I'm going to try that right now just so that we can... So who's got the best? Murray in the lead, has the fastest lap so far. Oh, something happened there. No, there he is. There he is. Thomas came through. Oh, let me go back a few seconds here. That Thomas is actually ahead. This is in replay mode. I got to get my... I am in replay here. Somehow Thomas got ahead of Howard. I'm pretty sure it was... no, it wasn't the other way around. What am I talking about? Howard was Yeah, that's the only change. So I'm in replay mode. I'm going to get out of that in this second. I went back 30 seconds there just for fun. There we go. I think we're in live mode now. Let's go to the front. Anything happening here? No, look at that. Exactly the same gaps as we had before. You just know Terry, all three of these guys, any one of them could win, and they all want to win pretty badly. I know that. And our peloton at the back is Terry is falling a little bit behind, a 1 second gap, but Thomas is staying in touch with Laszlo. And as we know, in Porsche Cup, it does not take very much for you to have an issue. Let's go back to the front and I'll compare times here with Derek Bird. Bird's best time is a 2:50. We're only on lap 1 at this point, so it's not worth comparing those times right now. We'll get another few laps in before we start doing that kind of stuff. Looks like Dessard's taking a little bit of a peek at Derek here. Derek's under a bit of pressure. But he got a great exit there. Let's just go into Sylvain's cockpit. So then we can see those two guys ahead. I love the cockpit view, as you know. You can see how... All right, let's just take a crack here and see if Sylvain has to lift going into Eau Rouge. Yeah, a little lift there. Great job. You kind of straight line that little corner. Here's Derek looking at Brian Murray. This is going to be, it's going to be like this the whole time through unless something dramatic happens. Let's go look at Thomas here. Thomas is not losing touch, but second behind Laszlo now. And Terry is caught up with Thomas a little bit. So these guys, again, this is going to be the battle all the way along. Looks like Derek's taking a peek at Brian. And Sylvain fell a little bit behind there, but Derek, let's just stay on with Derek here. See what he can do to pressure Brian into some sort of a little bit of a mistake. Whoa, we had to correct there. Lost a little bit of time. Yeah, Sylvain does have an advantage. He's at home. I don't know, he might have more of an advantage tomorrow when he's in a GT3 car, because the Cup car, I don't know how you can get an advantage except just to keep it on the track. Let's see how he's doing. He's a little bit behind there now. Let's see how Derek does through these corners. I knew his times were in the 2:21s yesterday when I was on the practice race yesterday, which is kind of my time in a GT3 car in the Ferrari even. So he's just got a great, these guys have a great command of this Porsche Cup car. I got a personal best in my quali yesterday at 220.2, I believe it was. So I love that. I always like personal bests. All right, let's skip to TV cam here. Going through La Source. Catch these guys going through the back straight here. Here they come through the most exciting corner series in GT3 racing. Wee-haw! Put your heart in your throat there if you're not going to lift. I'll put up the HUD screen next time we go through here and see who's lifting and who's not. Let's just watch these guys go through now. There's a little bit of separation amongst these three. Everybody got through there finally. You push it a little too hard, it's pretty easy to screw up there. Look at these three. This is going to be what it's like all race, I think. But it's just going to stay in touch with each other all the way along. So 40-minute race. Mandatory pit stop, mandatory fuel, mandatory tires, so minimum of 30 seconds. We'll have to watch that. That will be the 20-minute mark sometime at some point. We know different guys have different strategies. I know Mr. Bird sometimes likes to put a little bit more fuel in his first stint and stay out there. Let's see if he does that. Didn't do that last week. But Bird is definitely staying in touch with Murray. Murray's got to be feeling the pressure. Here he comes around Fagna in Campus. He is only 0.5. What's the gap here? 0.5 seconds behind. And Murray put in a better first best lap. Now we can do some compare times, I think. Oop. Let's put Murray there and then Derek. Oop. There's Murray. There we go. So Murray's at a 2:21.7. And Derek's got a 2:21.6, but I don't believe those are valid times. That's why they're red. So another thing that could happen here is somebody could get a drive-through for track cuts. Pretty easy to do. There's a few corners where you can get track cuts. Looks like Dessart is just falling behind a little bit. Let's see how they do through La Source. Here we go. Oh, I promised to put up... No, the HUD doesn't show the throttle there. I'll get rid of that. Eric went a little wide there. I don't think you get a track cut going wide there. You get a track cut on the inside. Murray's holding his own. I mean, Derek's staying with him. So it's going to be a matter here of who makes a mistake first, I think. And it's going to be a matter of who does good pit stops. They've already got a 11-second gap between these two pelotons here with Laszlo, Thomas, and Terry. In one, Terry looks like he's fallen behind. He must have made a small mistake there, 8 seconds behind. But Thomas is staying in touch with Laszlo, so Laszlo's going to be feeling the pressure. Let's just go into Thomas's cockpit. For sure he's going to be feeling the pressure. Hopefully Thomas just stays cool. Ooh, I don't know if that's... You can get a track cut there if you go too wide. I don't know if Laszlo got one. Not sure if you get a track cut there. He had both wheels... Laszlo had both wheels out there. You can definitely get a track cut on these corners if you go wide here. As you guys know, if you go wide, oh, not these corners, sorry, next one. This is Campus. A little bit of a wiggle there. If you go wide here, you can get a track cut, and also on this next one, on Frère, you can get a track cut. There, Thomas had to lift. How's Derek doing? He's falling behind slightly. And Sylvain is behind by 2 seconds now. Oh no, 1.8. That was just a momentary one. There is Derek. He's still in touch within the second of Mr. Brian Murray. He has been led from the start. Not much difference. Oh, Terry Howard's in on the pits. He's going to try and undercut, I guess. Long pit straight. Long pit straight. Just drives you crazy. Look at that. There's the pit stop. Pit lane for some other cars, not the GT3 cars. He's going to go around that corner and come back to get to the GT3 pits. So we'll have to see that. He was 11 seconds behind. Derek here is still harassing Brian Murray. Sylvain's got a 2-second gap now, so Sylvain must have had a little bit of a wiggle. Let's see what the best laps are. Oh, Derek pulled off the best lap, 2:21.73. Whereas Murray's, I'll show you. There it is. Ooh, that doesn't show the same time. But I've got a 2:21.7. It's last laps is what you're seeing there. But Derek pulled off a 2:21.782, whereas 2:21.73, whereas Brian Murray's best lap was 2:21.782. Now these last laps, oh look at this, Derek's right on up his cage. He's right in his rear view mirror, just filling that rear view mirror, I'm sure. Let's get and jump on this cockpit, see what he sees. I know we dropped the time of the Porsche Cup to 40 minutes from 50 last year because the guys were saying just a lot of concentration for 50 minutes. We're approaching 26 minutes left in the race, so the pit stops are going to start playing into it. Terry is still in the pits. Showing him still in the pits. He's just on the move there now. There he goes. So we'll see. Remember, he was behind by about 11 seconds. Let's see what kind of exit Bird gets here. It's just a second behind. But these two guys are pulling away from Sylvain. Sylvain's way back there now. So Sylvain's going to have to wait for either some pit stop improvements. Ooh, Murray went really wide and Derek went wide on the exit there. So Murray, if he was accelerating there, is going to get a track cut for that for sure. So you do not gain time. I don't know that you get a track cut. Guys on the stream can correct me there, but you can go off track, but if you slow down slightly and you didn't get an advantage, it does not give you a track cut. That's what my experience has been. There, look at that. It finally did record Derek's best lap on that table there. Let me just put Murray's there. So that was the last lap, was his best lap, 2:21.92, and looks like he gained all that in this middle sector. Look at that, he is 0.4 of a second better than Murray in the middle sector there. Nice, 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 nice. Let's go and watch these guys in TV mode now. Man, Derek is right after him, isn't he? Just right after him. Brian's got to be feeling the pressure, performance pressure, big time there. There's Derek, got a great exit there. He's filled the gap. This is as close as he's been in a while. Going through Frère. Coming up to that big, long turn 16. Looks like Murray pulled away slightly there. Beautiful racing, these two guys. Here he comes to the chicane. Is Bird going to try and outbrake him here? Nope, just going to take his normal, but he can get a good exit. He had a little bit of a advantage there, so he's right behind him now. This is going to be great going up the hill. Went through this corner. He's going to stick it. You can get some good exit here. If you get a good exit, you got a little bit of a straight to catch up. All right, now it's going to be Eau Rouge and Radion. Looks like Murray pulled away a little bit there. Bird, just beautiful racing on both their parts. They just held it together exactly where they came in. Look at that. Is Bird gaining on the straight? Not really. Just can't. These guys are very evenly matched. First and second place. Nice, nice, nice. So there, Thomas is in the pits now. And Howard's in the pits. Okay, let's see how they come out. I am going to put up the pit stop times here. Where is this? On the tower. Now that we got pit stops going, we have 22 minutes left in the race, so not quite halfway. So I'll change the position delta for the stop time. I'm going to do, where is it? Where is that stop time? There it is. So that's the stop length. Where did that go? Yep, that's all right there. And I forgot to put the pit stops in here. Who's pitted and who hasn't. Bear with me here. There we go. There's your pit stops. So there we got race gaps. We've got the stop time for those guys who have completed their pit stop. So Howard has completed him a whole 108 seconds. That's a long time. These two guys are still at it for first and second place. So Murray is currently in first place in the standings, and Derek knows that. So he is definitely wanting to catch up in the points. There goes Derek into the pits. He's going in early, trying the undercut. Whoa, that is exciting. Well, now we're going to follow Murray to see if he is going to respond next lane. That is early for Derek. Derek, like I say often, will run long. Maybe he's thinking he just couldn't get ahead of him, so that he would just couldn't get ahead of him, so he'll try an undercut. Now Murray is thinking, I got to put in some good laps here. He's also thinking he's going to have to get a really good pit stop. Oh, Terry, you knocked. What did Terry? Terry had, he knocked my gear shifter. Getting a drink. So what happened, Terry? He might have done that while he sent that message out while he was in the pits. Sure would be nice if we could get voice control for chat lines and stuff and talk to people that way while you're racing. Excuse me. All right, so we're watching Murray here to see if he is going to respond to Derek, who is just behind him. Now, is Derek on the move yet? He's still in the pits. It's a super long pit stop. Super long pit stop. So we've got Thomas and Howard, who've both pitted. Now Sylvain is 7 seconds behind. He was further than that a little while ago, so he's catching up a little bit there. Derek's on the move now. He is on track. So we'll stick with Murray here. Here he's coming up to the pit lane entrance very soon, right after the chicane. Here's the chicane. Let's just see if he responds. Looks like he is going to respond. Yes, he does, in the pits. So that surprised Derek a little bit. Now let's see what Sylvain does. Sylvain's in the pits. All right. So is Laszlo. So everybody will have pitted after this lap. We are going to watch. Where is Mr. Bird? We are going to watch Mr. Bird is on track, having completed his. So we'll be watching Brian come out there. Let's look at those pit stops that have already been completed. Big difference. Thomas said he had a problem with his shifter. That's why he had a long pit stop. But between Derek and Terry Howard. Terry had 108.3 and Bird 107.7. So that's the total time from entry to in the pit limiter zones there from the entry to the exit. Let's just see if Brian is on the move yet. Probably not. Oh yes, he is. Oh, or has he not even got to the pits? He may not even have got into the pits yet. It's such a long pit stop. No, he's not in the pits. He's just getting there now. Let's watch his car to see when he stops whether it gets a little bit of... I'm going to go to the starting grid mode here. Let's just see if he goes backwards a little bit. So did he get a perfect stop? Oh, you can't tell. Oh, yes, you can tell. That was a perfect stop because I'm looking at Sylvain back there and his car moved back and forth a little bit. So that means he didn't get a perfect stop right on the board. On his pit stop. Or I wish the pit stop animation would be on. It'd be kind of fun to watch that. Where is Derek? There's Derek coming up starting to come up the hill. Is Brian moving yet? He's just starting to move now. A little bit of hesitation there. There's Derek. Oh, this is going to be exciting. Fun to watch. Where's Derek? Where's Murray? There's Murray. And there's Bird coming around. We're going to catch this one perfect. And he's ahead, but Bird's coming on strong. Is he going to pass? Look at this. He's going to take it. He knows he's going to take a crack at it now. This is exciting. Yes, he's got the lead. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Did he do it on the pit stop? Yes, he did. Look at that. Murray had a 108.0 and Bird had a 107.7. I'm going to write that down. 108.0. I'll tell these guys that. 107.7. That is Bird and that is Murray. Well, they'll be interesting to see that. So yeah, so far that is what is the difference. Now, is Sylvain out? Yes, he is like 9.6 seconds back in terms of gaps. And he had a pit stop of 109.3, so he lost a second. Remember when I said that I saw his car bounce back and forth a little bit? He didn't hit his pit label. We got 8 guys watching now. Okay, guys they might have been in and out, and that counts differently. But who we got watching? Everybody's pretty quiet up there. Maybe because there's not much to talk about. So Murray is 1.3 seconds behind Bird. Lazo is showing in first place, but he has not completed his pit stop yet. And I'm going to go back to positions here for the tower. Just so we can see where everybody is standing. Terry Howard lost that position to Thomas really early in the game. So, and there goes Laszlo, I believe, is going into the pits now. No, he's not. He's going to stay out there a little while longer. At 14, he's doing a really long stint, isn't he? Oh, well, that's okay. Well, look at this, though. Bird has opened up the gap to 1.3 seconds. He is just flying. What is his last lap? Derek's last lap was 22.0. Just see if that shows the right. Yes. And Murray's last lap, well, he's still on his out lap-ish, sort of. He's got it like shows in 3 seconds there. So that's not quite, or 3 minutes. That included his pit stop, so we'll just watch that coming over the start-finish line to see how they're doing. He hasn't really lost touch with Derek, but Derek's opened up a 1.3 second gap to him. So as it stands, these two guys will be tied probably after if it sits this way. They're trading first and second places. Sylvain is 8 seconds behind. That's about where he was going into the pits. So yeah, Laszlo, I hope he didn't forget this mandatory pit stop. There we go, going around Frere. And Bird's opening up more and more of a gap. 1.5 for a second there before he started slowing down for these corners. Now Murray's going to start pushing. That's sometimes when you can start making a mistake, and that's what Sylvain Dessart has to hope for, that one of these two guys makes a mistake to get him into a higher position. There he goes, going over the start-finish line. Bird's opened up a 1.5 second lead. Here we come to the most exciting part of the track. They've been doing this. This is the 11th time they've done it. Bird goes really wide there, doesn't he? On the entry there. Just got to take your most comfortable line and just do it the same way over and over, because that is an exciting corner. Flat out if you can. Not sure if the Porsche Cup guys can do that one flat out without lifting. I got to lift just slightly. I just can't seem to get, if I should maybe try going wide like Derek just did there to get a better angle there, and I can do it without lifting. But I just lift, I'm able to just maybe like a 10% lift on the entry there to make sure I get a good angle for the exit and the radio. Come on, Laszlo, make sure you do your pit stop. Other than that, Terry and Thomas are quite far apart. So that's not really happening. So, let me think. Depends on where Laszlo is. Thomas is in fourth place, but Laszlo and Howard Laszlo and Howard I don't think raced last week. So, and Terry was saying he's going to have a hard time racing in Porsche Cup often because of his workload at work. Not everybody's retired like I am and a few others. Let's just change the TV camera up for a second. Look at that beautiful view of that Porsche Cup car. And Murray was leading there, so he doesn't even have any dirt on the front of that car. Let's just take a quick peek at the starting grid view. Look at that, no dirt on that one. Let's see if Bird, he's got little rubber narwhals on his front because he was following Derek so much. Laszlo's got a few scrapes there. I don't think there were any incidents. Sylvain Dessard's got some rubber sitting on his nice yellow nose too. Thomas as well. And there's Terry Howard as well. So, just for fun, we thought I'd watch that. There we go, through the radio. Both safely through. Let's just watch Sylvain's line through here. Boom, boom, boom. And who is that behind him? That must be... Are they a lap up on somebody already? Who is that behind him? I think that's Thomas. Terry Howard's behind him. Yeah, Terry has been lapped. But again, he had a problem with his shifter, he says. All right, looks like Murray is he's still staying in touch. 1.3 seconds. That's kind of what it's been all along since that pit stop. We have got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left in the race. About 5 laps before the completion. Let's just take a peek at how hard Brian is working in the cockpit to try to catch up here. And then we'll just go in with Derek and see how smooth he is going through. Brian's usually pretty smooth, but if he's trying to catch up, he might push a little harder. Coming through Fred here. Down the long straight. Ooh, he gained a little bit there. He's showing a gap of 0.8. He was 1.3 a minute ago. I know on the pit stop, or on going start finish line, he was in the 1 second mark, so he gained a little bit there. Boy, these guys are going wide. Yeah, so Brian's putting the pressure on here. Down to 1 second behind. Let's see what he is on the start finish. That's not the start finish. Coming up. Start finish is coming up. I don't know if that corner has a name. This is La Source up here, isn't it? 1 second, so he gained a little bit. 0.2, 0.3 seconds on his last time. There he lifts. All right, we're going to jump on now with Derek and watch how hard he's working. Okay, Laszlo's in the pits finally. So now we're showing Derek in his proper position, first place. Sylvain's dropped back a little bit. He's 10 seconds behind now. So how's Brian going through here? He works his steering wheel hard. He puts himself on the limit and brings his car back from that edge. Smoothly through here. The speaker's corner. Nicely on the exit. But Brian is gaining a little bit. 0.8 seconds now. This could be a good finish. And Derek has the lift going out through there. Le Pion. Oh, Brian is actually gaining big time here. He is challenging Bird. This is going to be a great finish as usual from these two guys. Thank goodness these two guys are so close together in Porsche Cup, because it would be not so much fun to broadcast or race. So Laszlo in 4th place is a 5-second lead over Thomas. Let's go here and to watch these guys in TV mode. Now the race, I noticed, has a significant multiplier on it. Either a time multiplier or just that the track cools down quite a bit during the race. If you guys haven't noticed, not raced the whole 30 minutes or 50 minutes, I should say, you're going to notice about a 3 or 4 second change in track temperature. So you need to take that into account. And if you don't, if these guys did not notice that, it's going to get a little exciting here in the last few minutes, because their tires will be a little cooler than they should be. So Bird had a good section there. He's back up to 1 second gap. We're obviously going to stick with these guys. Let's see how hard Brian pushes here for the last couple of laps. Is he just going to try to keep it on track, or is he going to go for broke and try to get a couple of first place finishes in the first 2 races here on the eSeniors Porsche Cup challenge race? I'm going to take a quick peek at Thomas. He is 4 seconds. I'm going to take a look at his cockpit to see how he sees Laszlo up ahead. He is 4 seconds back right now. I think he's catching up, to be honest. Let's just take a quick peek at times. Let's just see that Laszlo does not have a lap in yet from his pit stop. Best time-wise are just about even, but last laps, we'll have to see that in a few minutes. We'll see that in the next minute or two to see if Thomas can make a game of it here in the last 3 or 4. We'll probably get, where are we in the track? We might get 3 more laps out of this, at least 2. I think 3 actually. There, Murray went a little wide there. Going through the chicane. Again, now he knows. Oh, look at that. See, he's pushing a little harder there. Just had a little wheel slip, and that cost him almost a full second. There we go. Bird's going to get a little breathing room now. That is on the second last lap. Just got a little anxious on the throttle, didn't he? Got a little wheel spin. That's going to cost you all the way. All right, so now he's going to push probably even harder. Let's see how he goes through Eau Rouge and Radillon. Just flying through there. Both went through in about the same amount of time. They went in at 1.8, came out at 1.8. So going back here to Thomas and Laszlo. There's Thomas. So there's Laszlo's last lap. So Thomas is gaining a little bit last lap wise, not very much though. They're pretty much flat the same. So that might not happen. That might not happen unless Laszlo makes a bit of a mistake. He might be saying to himself, oh, I got a 4-second lead. I can play it safe, but playing it safe sometimes causes trouble. Causes trouble. It's tough to play safe without losing a significant amount of time. All right, let's get that noise out of our ear and go to the TV screen for a while. TV camera, sorry. Last laps. Derek pulled out a nice last lap, actually. 2:21.95 compared to Murray's 2:22.5. So yeah, big change there. Last lap wise, where are we in the? We're coming up on the next. That was a lap that Murray had a bit of a wiggle on, didn't he? Coming out of the chicane. Let's see how he handles the chicane this time. 1.5 second gap. He handles it better this time. Nothing. He gained a little bit of time there. Here we go. This is the last lap for everybody. Looks like Thomas actually is gaining a little bit on Laszlo. It's 3.3 seconds now, so we'll have to watch that one. But this is the run to watch. There's a better view here. Let's see how hard. I'm going to stay on the camera on Brian here because he's going to be the one pushing. He's gained a little bit. He was 1.5 seconds, remember? And either he's got a better lap going or Bird's just trying to play a little bit safe here. He's gained a half a second so far. And Thomas is 3.9, so we won't go there. We'll just stick with this race. I have a feeling Derek's just trying to make sure he doesn't make any mistakes. He's got a 1 second lead. That is a fine line to walk, however. Murray goes wide there. We've had no drive-throughs. That is good. No track cuts. Or they're using their track cuts wisely. Here we come through Pion into Fagnes. And then Campus, right here, Campus. And then Stablot. And that is the entrance. There's Frère. Now we got the long straight here where if you can get a good exit, you can gain, but looks like Murray's still a second behind and he's not making up the ground. Coming around turn 16 into Blanchimont, not making up ground unless he does something dramatic. I don't think he can do it, but if Derek makes a mistake going into the chicane, they're pretty close. Murray had a little bit of a late break there, but there is Mr. Bird. There's Mr. Bird. He's got the checkered flag. Good job. Good job. There is Brian Murray and Sylvain Dessart coming around the chicane now for the top three guys. There he is. There he is. There's his. Nope, he's still got a little. There's the checkered flag. He's giving us a little bit of a wiggle. Laszlo Nemeth in fourth place. I'll just do a starting grid review. Thomas Rainier in fifth, and Mr. Howard pulling up the rear. He had a little bit of some trouble. They're very good guys. It was a good race to watch. There goes. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a show here from Howard. Thank you very much. I am going to go to different screens now. I don't have the podium typed in. I could have done that, and I did not. Let me just go into there and show you that screen. And I'll try and drag these guys in. Where are they? Where are they? To a podium interview. Mr. Murray, pulling him in. Derek Bird pulling him in.
Worked out right.
Hello, you guys. Let me get rid of the...
Cars weren't as good.
All right. All right. Well, you guys put on a great show as usual. That one was won in the pits, wasn't it, Mr. Bird?
Yeah, that's where it was won.
All right, I'm going to give you the lowdown. Your stop time was 1:07.7, and Brian, yours was 1:08 flat. So you gained 0.3 of a second in that pit stop. So yeah, you came out about a half a second ahead. So starting with you, Brian, what did you think of the race?
Yeah, enjoyed that one. Being the chased and the chaser.
Yeah.
Bit of both. That was good.
But guess what? You'll be in first place because you got a point for having best pole position. You get a point for that. So you guys traded first and second place, so you get a point there, don't you?
No, it's not pole. It's fastest lap.
Oh, is it fastest lap? Oh, oh, I thought it was pole. So you get an extra point then, Derek.
Yeah, we should be equal on points now. We had the winning fastest lap last time.
Okay, good. Oh,
Yeah,
thanks
all
for that.
square.
All square.
All
Okay.
square. Yeah.
And Derek, do you often go a little long on the first stint, don't you? Do you?
Yeah, but sometimes it just depends on who's in. You know, if I see somebody in the pits, if you're pitting and there's a car in front of you, you miss your box, or if, depends on the situation. If somebody pulls in front, you got a clear track, go on and do a few laps.
Yeah, because you were following. You were a third of a second behind the whole first stint.
Yeah. I was expecting Brian to pull in then, and he didn't. So I thought, right, I'll pull in right at the last second.
Now, do you put a little extra fuel in for your first stint normally to have a chance at that strategy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First stint, I always put extra in, so I've got an option to what to do.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it all depends on what cars are on track in front of you and what So it's just
Great minds think alike. I do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are the tires? You guys, any tire degradation that you noticed? Pretty short.
No, they felt
short
all right,
race.
actually.
Yeah.
I didn't check them when I finished, but yeah, they felt all right.
Yeah.
Not sliding or anything.
How about you, Brian?
The cooler temperatures in the second stint wasn't a friend of mine, so a little bit slidey compared to the first stint.
Yeah, there's
Unfortunately.
quite a bit of a difference, wasn't there, in the track temperatures through that? I don't know if it's weather variation or that's speeded up time. I didn't look at the setup, but the guys tomorrow who didn't recognize that are going to have fun.
Yeah, it's 4 times into the time scale. I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is that what it is? So it is a 4-time scale.
Yeah.
Well, you guys put on a great show. I know we had 2 pelotons there for a while. The 3 back guys who were a couple of seconds behind. We had a few interesting race, a little bit interesting racing, but then they sort of have a gap. So we're happy to see you guys so close together. You're gonna have a good season, you two, aren't you?
Yeah, it's going to be close, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Okay, good. Well, thanks for the race today, and we'll see you again
thank
next week and see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Cheers.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay,
Cheers,
bye.
Brian.
Bye now.
Good race,
Well done. Good one, Derek. Well done.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I got a bit of sweat on though.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just stiff now. We're just gripping that wheel through all roads. Every time I go through that, I'm gripping it that tight. Yeah. I didn't get any track cuts, but I had quite a few warnings.
All right, guys, I'm signing off now, and we'll see you
then.
again
Cheers,
next
bye.
week. Bye now.
Yep. Okay. Bye.
You guys can keep
Bye-bye.
talking. I'm just going to